Good morning, Dave in Kentucky here for a shave, and today we're going to take a look at a Schick Type O injector razor as well as the clone. So these are what they look like. This is the original Type O. This is a user grade one. You can see some issues with the metal or the coating that is on it, and this is the clone. So a lot of talk about them. Do they shave the same? Do they act the same? So we'll talk about the differences, and we'll shave one side with the original, the other side with the clone. Anyway, and you thought I didn't have coffee. I remembered actually that today is Tuesday, so we're doing Tabac Tuesday. And I have soaking Joao. I have my Boar brush that I bought back in 1979 or 1980 when I was 15 or 16. Let's go ahead and start just with the damp brush. Start loading this. There's that fresh tobacco scent, and yes, this is the tallow version. Before I got this before they ran out and started selling the other. I don't mind tobacco. I'm not a huge tobacco fan like some people, but when I heard they were discontinuing the tallow, I thought, well, let me get a tub jar of it just so I have it to use when I want to. What's a surefire way to sell out of something? Tell everybody you're not going to make it anymore, and everybody will buy it up. All right, there is a ton of soap there. Let me just rinse the sides of this thing, and we will set that aside. And wet my face here. So how's everybody doing today, huh? Okay, as far as how these razors look, they look identical, except for a couple things which are just labeling, basically. You have Schick written on the top of the original there. I don't know if you're making that out. Nothing on the clone. Mine is worn off, but it had printed Schick on it here. In that smooth area, you can see a little bit of the white or silver left on it. This one just has a smooth area and nothing on it at all. Underneath the head, M27, you probably won't make it out, but it's got stamped on it, M27 under there, and on the clone, nothing. But other than that, these things side by side are identical in size, look, feel, everything. Weight on them, 41 grams, both of them. So let's go ahead and when I first shaved with this Schick O, I was like, wow, that was one of my best Schick. I love Schick razors. One of my best Schick shaves yet. And I should have warmed this razor up. I got this on a trade for a brush, and I was happy to get it. And then I saw pop up on eBay the clone, which you don't see a lot of those anymore either, for 30 some bucks, and so I couldn't pass up getting that to have had a buy it now on it, so I was fortunate to get it. But when I shaved with it, I thought everybody says they shave the same, and it was a good shave, but something wasn't quite the same, I didn't think. So this is just my second shave with it, as I use the original again after I use the clone. And then I thought, why not do a comparison shave with these? And I'll tell you right now, the shave is identical. I think the difference was probably the blade that was put in it. I get along with what they call the Chinese Schick blades. Just fine, but I had someone give me a few of the Supply Black Label ones. All right, back to the original on this side again. And I think that's what I put in here. And I believe it's the Chinese Schick that I put in the clone when it arrived. In fact, I know that's what I put in there. All right, back to the clone. Both shave great. I'm not a huge fan with the long handles, but these work well. They feel comfortable. Feel very similar. The Tabac is slick. Plastic handle on the brush, it just slid right out of my hand. clone. I hate these side-by-side shave videos. I don't normally do one. But it just seemed that it was necessary. These feel so comfortable, you tend to almost overshave at times. At least I do. Trying to get every last trace. Yeah, it's one thing it's done very well, especially on my jawline that's a little hard to get sometimes. All right. Yeah, just a fabulous shave. Let's throw a little Humphreys on here. I've got just one or two weepers around the mouth from trying to overshave. Let me give you a little history here too that I dug up. You've probably seen on some of the forums. Gentleman has different names on various forums, but he does injector for gummies and does a nice breakdown of them. So on the O, he has style 1. There's a key feature is the handle style seen in the pictures below. This razor is also referred to as a type O. It was produced from 1998 to 2001. I should have read before that. In 98, the final of the injectors was introduced, known as the Type O. Its razor was only sold online in North America, and the packaging, it was just in a plastic bag. It was also sold in a blister pack on a retail level in Japan. If it was sold elsewhere, it's unknown and how. The accepted date that production ceased on the razor was in 2001, and since then there hasn't been any other Schick injectors produced by Pfizer or Edgewell, which currently own the Schick brand. So hopefully that's something that would change over time because they are great razors. So then you have a little picture of the plastic bag and the blister pack. Also of note is that this razor was reintroduced unbranded, made by third parties, commonly known as an e-barbershop type O clone. And that's what this one is, because I think it was sold through e-barbershop. They're no longer produced, and it looks and performs identical to a Schick Type O, except for one detail. The razor heads on the Type O say Schick, while the Type O clones lack any mention of Schick stamped on the razor head, as seen below. So the other thing, as I mentioned, was not just on the head not having Schick on there, but it's just a smooth surface here instead of having the word Schick there as well, and there's no M27 stamped under the head. Other than that, that's why I didn't read that. I gave it away. They shave identical. Everyone always asks that. If I put identical blades in here, I guarantee they would shave identical. They weigh the same, they look the same. They must be made out of the same material. How that was accomplished by them doing the clone, I'm unaware, but nice. So if you can get either one, I encourage you to do that. Even the clones have gone crazy in price because of the lack of availability. Just aren't a lot of them out there. Going to top things off with some CHH tobacco, product of Germany. And yes, it's got some suds on it from that brush hitting it. So that's it. That's Dave's take on it. They shave identical as far as I'm concerned, and others have stated that as well, but sometimes people have gone by memory. They haven't had them both at the same time. Just thought I'd pop out a video. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks to all the new subscribers, those that have joined. We appreciate you. Dave in Kentucky, be kind, be safe out there, and we'll see you on the pages.